Harrington loses it behind the Anaheim goal, and the Canadiens work it to the line. Matheson's shot rebounds to the corner off of Gibson, and Jakob Silfverberg punches it ahead. Josh Anderson steams up the right side, drops it back. Jonathan Drouin converged upon as he tried to bring it to the slot, but Montreal regains control. Anderson slides it all the way across, and Gibson unable to hang on to that as it sneaks through him, and Montreal strikes first.
Sharp angle shot.
Had played 38 games this season without a goal. That's why the celebration was what it was. And that one just trickles through Gibson.
Yeah, right between the legs of John Gibson. And just enough steam to get over the line.
It was Matheson who authored the shot, but Drouin would sweep it in. Megna massages it around the boards, and it's jammed ahead and out by Colton White. Ducks bust through the neutral zone. Here's Max Comtois. His pass across finally makes it to Megna, who scores! Jason Megna ties the game.
You know, you get the puck to the top of the goal crease, and it puts pressure on your opponent. In this situation, the Habs can't do a good thing with it. You can see it's bobbled right there and swept into the back of the net. And it just kind of blows right off of the stick of Kovacevic. And Megna's Johnny on the spot to sweep it into the back of the net.
That was kind of a changeup. Gibson made the save but couldn't really corral the rebound. Canadiens get it back. Dvorak again. Point blank, and he got a crack at his own rebound. Gibson able to cover up.
Watch this nice little back pass here by Pitlick. Takes it, just dumps it into an open area. And Christian Dvorak just kind of shoveled that right into the midsection of John Gibson. Gibson, I think he may have been disrupted a little bit by the back check of Jakob Silfverberg, who got his stick in there. Made a little.
Is it as equally relieving once you're past the deadline?
I think it's a big relief, you know, and I think, you know, then you don't have to worry about that issue, because it's a big issue. Like I said, it's going to impact your life as a player and as a family and everything. So the skill level is something you don't see very often. So that's why he's so exciting player to watch, and he's able to do those tricks that, you know.
Fowler below the hash mark. Cam turns to the middle of the ice. Everything opens up, and he has his shot fought off by Montembeault.
Yeah, nice little play by Cam. He sneaks his way into the middle of that zone, and you see Troy Terry was in front of David Savard, so Savard could not get in front of Terry to put a little bit more pressure on Cam. He pulled it right into the middle.
I would rather take a little bit off and try to make sure that you hit the net on the right spots.
Well, sounds like a guy who could be a coach. As Zegras will take the draw against Jonathan Drouin. He has the Montreal goal. It was Jason Megna.
Possible NHL career, and I always said that earlier you get the Army done, the better chance you have to do everything else. So, but you know, we are very proud that we have a mandatory. It's a men's school, and especially now with the crazy world with the Russians, you know, it feels good to have a strong Army.
And the puck kept coming back to him.
You know, you just kind of jams it. You could see that Matheson couldn't find that puck. It was stuck between his feet. Derek Grant's going to reach in there with his stick and just kind of jam it towards Montembeault. To be honest, they've been good defensively, but on the offensive side of things, you can really tell that they're missing some of their top talent.
Here's a turnover. Zegras got a lot of that, and Montembeault got just enough. And we'll step aside. Zegras very nearly. That 4-game goal streak for Terry, equaling the longest of his career, as the Canadiens are whistled for icing to start the third period.
It's the same thing with Trevor Zegras, except he does not have the cachet that a superstar player has.
Here's Grant behind the defense, turned away by Montembeault.
A nice little pass from Shattenkirk, springs him through the middle of the ice, tried to go low blocker. Good stop by Montembeault, but there's that determination from Max Comtois, and he did not miss the stick blade of Sandskirk by much, but good look at the shot.
Fowler gets the motor running through the neutral zone, and Strome tried to hook it back in the vicinity of Terry. It comes back to Troy, and he gives it to Ryan Strome. Zegras, bottom of the left circle. in front to Terry. Backhander turned away as Montembeault flashed the right pass.
Let's go back to the bid by Troy Terry. I wondered how this puck did not go in the back of the net.
Suzuki gives it back to Matheson. He's hearing it from the fans, and he rings it off the crossbar. Suzuki over to Hoffman. Great save! A lunging blocker stopped by Gibson. The penalty is over to Zegras, and the Ducks are full strength. As Montembeault plays it around, just out of the reach of Terry. And here's speed. Gurianov in full flight, and he drops it off. Glove save! John Gibson on Suzuki.
I don't think it's a bad idea ever to give it to Nick Suzuki, quite honestly. The Canadiens captain, maybe their most talented forward in the lineup.
Gets it back from McTavish. Boy, that was nice play to just keep that alive off his skate. Nudges it over to Zegras. Strome, the bump man in the middle. Out high, Fowler, one-timer, McTavish scores! And Teemu, I think that was pretty much the spot you said. It was good for the one-timer.
Really good puck movement and quick passes, and right in the sweet spot for McTavish. Great shot.
For the Ducks on this top power play unit, that one-timer. And how many practice shots a day, John, would you reckon that Mason McTavish takes from that spot every single day in practice? It's got to be 50.
That was gonna be my number, 50. Near circle, not in the wheelhouse for Vetrano. He has to catch it and hang on. 40 seconds in the power play. Comtois thinks better of the shot. Shattenkirk takes it, trickles through the defense, and Silfverberg scores! Jakob Silfverberg stays hot. It's 3-1.
Shoot the puck, and good things happen. And this is kind of a bouncing puck that comes to Derek Grant, to Jakob Silfverberg. There's the bounce, there's the tap back, puts it on a tee for Jakob Silfverberg, and he just buries it. Real good play from Derek Grant to set up Jakob Silfverberg.
Fourth goal in the last 5 games for Silfverberg, his 10th of the year. Drouin over for Matheson, top of the zone. Canadiens running out of racetrack, 35 seconds left. It's 3-1, Matheson trying to find the right shot, and Suzuki scores at the side of the net. Dvorak got it towards the goal. They get a bounce, and with half a minute to go, the Canadiens are still alive.
Yeah, it's similar to one of the goals that the Ducks scored, but the puck just kind of hangs around in the low slot. There was the partial block. It goes right to Suzuki. And Suzuki's in that spot where you just can't tie him up. I mean, his body's below the goal line.
He'll clear the zone. That'll do it. Matheson back to get it in the dying seconds. He'll roll it in on goal, and the horn sounds. The Ducks have defeated the Canadiens tonight by a final of 3-2.